All right, everyone. So today I wanted to share with you guys a really clever method to be able to turn your gold into gems. Now, this is going to be super useful if you're free to play, but even if you're not, who doesn't want to be able to turn gold into gems? I will say here at the start, this is a time-gated method, which means it's going to take some time in order to get the full benefits from it. So the sooner that you start doing this, the better. So let's get into exactly what we are going to do step by step and actually explain how you can use this common in-game system to actually be able to turn gold into gems. So the system that I am talking about is affection, not affinity, which is different. That's going to be on the individual, hero sheet here where it says affinity. It's affection. And what affection is going to do is it's going to give you a bonus allotment of gems when you get to a certain number of hearts. And you can see that there's potential to get a lot of gems from this. Now, a lot of people, especially advanced players, think that this is just a slow grind. You'll be working on it eventually, but you're not really going to be able to do a whole lot to speed this up. And that is where they are wrong. I wanted to share with you guys the information today that's actually going to tell you how you can use gold and turn it in to speed up the affection process to get a lot of these gems way, way quicker than you would normally be able to. So let's just get into some numbers here, and then I'll explain it through a step-by-step process. So really importantly is it's going to be a total of 30 gems that you get for every 25 hearts. So going back to that actual affection screen, you'll see that you get 5 gems for every 5 hearts, but then there's a bonus every 25 hearts where instead of getting 5 gems, you get 10. So that's 30 gems for 25 affection hearts, which turns out to be 1.2 gems per affection heart. Now, each heart in affection is going to take a total of 5,000 points in order to get it. And in order to get affection, there are multiple different methods. They're all very slow, though. This is without a doubt the fastest one, and that is going to be turning in affection items. 5 affection items for a specific hero is going to give them 500 affection. And also, as a little bonus, if you give them their affection items on their birthday, you're going to get 5,000 affection instead of the 500. So what this means, 5 affection items gives you 500 affection. That means 50 affection items in total is going to give you 5,000 affection. And of course, 1 heart is going to give you the equivalent of 1.2 gems. Now, with the affection items, very importantly as well, is you do turn them in sets of 5. So having 4 of them is not really going to do a whole lot until you get 1 more, because they are always turned in sets of 5. Now, this is the part where a lot of people really haven't actually gotten into the numbers, and they really cast this aside, because at the first glance, looking at a pop-up shop, you'll see that the affection items are really expensive. You need 5 of them to turn in, and a lot of people are just like, man, there's no way that it's ever going to be worth it. It's just a waste of gold. And people say, don't even bother. Well, that is absolutely incorrect. All it takes is just digging a little bit into the actual math and numbers behind how much gold it actually costs to see that it definitely is worth it. And one really big thing that people take for granted is when you turn in affection items, a set of 5 of them is going to give you 10,000 gold back. That's really important. Now, also, don't forget the 40% discount that you can get as well. So let's get into the actual numbers here. So at a base cost without any discounts or any rebates, the affection items are going to cost 8,000, 10,000, or 12,000 gold each. But of course, you can get a total of a 40% discount. You can get a 20% discount from donations, which is really important. When we get into the step-by-step process, I'll kind of explain where in that process you actually want to, donate for that. But also, you do get an additional 20% discount when you kill the boss for that town as well. So 40% discount and 10,000 as a rebate from turning in a set of 5. So just looking at the original costs here, 8,000 each now becomes 4,800 each with that 40% discount, which means you're looking at a total cost of 24,000 for a set of 5 of them. And then, of course, turning in a set of 5 is also going to give you 10,000 gold back. So you're actually only looking at a cost of 14,000 for a set of affinity items when they have that base cost of 8,000 each. So, it really puts things into perspective. It's really not as expensive as you think it is when you apply that 40% discount and the 10,000 gold rebate. So that's for the 8,000 cost one. The 10,000 cost one goes down to 6K, so that's 30,000 for a set of 5, 20,000 after the discount, and then the 12,000 affection items become 7.2 thousand. 36,000 for a set of 5, 26,000 for a set of 5. So, 14,000, 20,000, 26,000. You're looking at an average cost when you add those three together of 20,000 to turn in a full set of 5 affinity items, or affection items. Sorry, I put affinity there. I meant affection. I always get those two mixed up, and I know I'm not alone on that one, but an average of 20,000 cost for 500 affinity. So now when we put it all back together here, you're looking at an average cost of 20,000 per 500 affinity. Of course, you need 5,000 affinity in order to get 1 heart. So that means that you're going to need 10 sets or 50 items. That's going to cost you 200,000 gold. And 200,000 gold is going to be 1 heart, which is 1.2 gems. And then that gets you an average cost of about 166.7 thousand gold is what it's going to cost you when you kind of add it all up and break it down per gem that you can get out of the affinity system if you buy the affinity items. I'm going back to saying affinity instead of affection. I swear I'm not the only one who does it. It drives me crazy that they both start with A. But that's really not too bad. If you could say right now, hey, give me a gem for 167,000 gold, I would definitely take that offer. So now let's get into the actual step-by-step process here. It's pretty simple, but very important, especially considering the discounts make such a big difference with this. Step number 1 is when you start playing for the day, you want to go to a pop-up shop, and what you want to do is you want to just go to the actual, the actual sale list here, and you want to click on this calendar icon, and you just want to keep track of, for the day, when certain towns' pop-up shops are, going to show up. And this is kind of going to help you coordinate the day. Make sure for whatever villages, the pop-up shops that are going to show up, make sure you don't actually kill that village's boss. Really important because you want to save it to make sure that when you do kill it, you get that 20% discount. So then when the pop-up shop does show up, you can go back and kill that village's boss battle. That's going to give you the 20% discount. And then you're going to want to go and donate, of course. 30,000 gold, that's going to get you another 20% discount. This is also the point where if you want to buy anything else in the town, this is going to be the time to do so, whether you're buying, ingredients, food, actual awakening materials, all that sort of stuff. Great time to do so when you have that 40% discount. But most importantly, you go to the pop-up shop here, and you're going to buy out the affinity affection items. I'm just going to say both now. It's easier that way. So you can see here, this is the cheap one. 30,000. And then we've got this one here is the middle cost one, which is 24,000. Don't forget that discount as well. And then we've got this one here, which is also 30,000. So the prices are going to be at a base of either 8,000, 10,000, or 12,000. So that's what you're going to do, and you're going to repeat that for all of the different villages for the day. That's why it's really important to make sure that you're keeping track of the schedule of pop-up shops. And then, most importantly, you want to do this every single day, of course, because you can only actually turn in items once per day, but you're going to want to go through and kind of do a rotation through the different villages, and, as you start gathering up these affection items, you're going to want to start turning them in. Now, I know I already turned in the one in Chapter 1, so I'm going to just go to Chapter 2 here, go to the village, click on the little visitor list and see who's going to be here, and go through and just do a little rotation here and turning in some of those affection items. Now, importantly, not all of the heroes will be in the villages, and this is why I want to take a second to bring up a really awesome website. You guys should absolutely bookmark this, especially for affection type stuff. What this is going to do is it's going to tell you where all of the different heroes are, their locations, but also importantly, when you first start talking to them, you're going to have an option of dialogue. And if you pick the best option, of course, you're going to get 30 affection points. You probably notice you either get 10, 20, or 30. So you want to get the one that gives you 30. And as an added bonus, you will get 500 affection points if you do pick the 3 best answers for that hero in a row, which is why it's important to kind of keep track of it, know what it is to get that bonus affection. So that alone is going to add up to actually end up being a decent amount of free gems, even if you decide to completely skip this and not buy the affection items. So really, really useful for that. So let's go ahead and head over to, let's go over here. Let me open up this website here so I know what to answer. All right, let's see here. So let's see. Whoa, I have no desire to go head-to-head with the 7 deadly sins. And the best answer for that is I'll fight you anytime. So there we go. That's going to give us our 30 points. And now I have the option to turn in the chess set piece. Of course, it's going to be different. Each hero is going to ask for different stuff, which is why, you really want to, you're probably going to stockpile some of these, but that's okay. Over time, you're going to get the right ones to turn into the right villagers, so you don't have to worry too much about that. Gift it for 500 affection. And, of course, importantly as well, is getting that 10,000 gold back, which really lowers the cost that this is going to take by quite a bit. So, and then you just go through and keep doing that for the different villagers, rack up that affection, and of course, the more affection that you get, you're going to unlock those hearts, and every 5 hearts you get is going to give you those bonus gems. So definitely make sure that you guys, especially if you have a stockpile of gold, start doing this now. Start working towards those gems. This is not something you're going to be able to do all in one day, so the sooner that you start this, the bigger head start you're going to get, and the sooner you're going to be working towards all those gems that you can get. So anyway, that's going to be it for the video today. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, consider subscribing to the channel. If you want more videos like this, of course, keep an eye out. And also, if you want to help out, tossing a quick like means more than you can imagine. So thank you so much to all of you guys to do that. Really do appreciate it, everyone. And more videos should be popping up on the screen right about now. If interested, feel free to check them out. But if not, until next time, have a great day, everyone. And this is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.